There we go. Finally in the green. I was about to say, I got worried there for a moment. Alrighty. The most important story of today's game was the Jazz actually being competitive in this one. It didn't end the way we wanted it to. Obviously, a loss is a loss. But at the end of the day, only dropping the game by 8 points is definitely more impressive than what we've seen in the past. You said, yo, we got buried by threes in the fourth. Most definitely. Um, to the point where even team wise, we took 30 on the game and made 13, which was good for 43.3%. They were 23 of 51, 45.1%, which is insane. But for one, the fact that they made 10 more threes than us, but even more so the fact they attempted 21 more threes than us. I feel like that was like abnormally large. Obviously, Max Strus was a big contributor, 6 of 12 from three. Um, is it George's Niang? He was 3 of 10 from three, so he wasn't incredibly efficient. Karis LeVert was 4 of 7, and Merrill was 8 of 14, which is insane. Yeah, Sam Merrill. Yeah, it like honestly, I think you can live with Karis LeVert giving you 4 of 7, right? That's not anything crazy. People are capable of doing that. But 8 of 14 and 6 of 12, that's 14 for 26, which is over 50% between two people alone, which is insane. That's not really acceptable if I'm being honest. But some things are bound to happen. He says Sam buried his hometown team tonight. He took the game personal. That's what we learned today. By and large, I would say that it's not the. There, you said I'm working, so I have to hop on later. But I had to drop in to say hi. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. A big part of what I was able to do, Derek. 100%. Matter of fact, let me move this back towards me. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, logic just looks like it's you and me for now. Stream's going really slow today, but it's good though. Me looking at D Wade, imagining Dwayne Wade at power forward for them is nasty work. Isaac Okoro, 2 of 7 from the field. Jared Allen, 8 of 13 from the field. He outplayed Walker Kessler in what, 4 more minutes? Never mind, in 2 less minutes. 17 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. Walker had 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Definitely not perfectly ideal numbers to put up if we're being honest, but some things you just got to let it rock. He said there's always a player that goes off versus the Jazz tonight. It was Sam. Yeah. That said, what's his name? Max Strus also hit 6 threes. He was 50% from threes. All his field goals that he made were 3-pointers. That man had 18 points going 6 of 15 from the floor. He missed all 3 inside the rim. Excuse me, inside the 3-point line. You said it's so annoying? Absolutely. Completely understandable. The biggest thing for the Utah Jazz, I'm trying to stay positive. Obviously, last game was a good one for us. But the thing to stay positive about in this one was the fact that even though the Cleveland Cavaliers didn't have, Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell, they weren't just a hot dog water team that they played against. Obviously, they had a hot game from quite a few players, and they won by committee. But by and large, we were competitive on the road. Lately, when we've been going on the road, we've been playing like absolute hot dog water to the point where it's just downright embarrassing to watch the games. So this is a refreshing change of pace. Obviously, in the first quarter, the Jazz started up 1, ended up getting outscored by 9. So not perfect, not what we were hoping for, but some things you just can't, focus on all that heavily. We'll put it like that. That said, Lee, you said, unfortunately, I can't stay for the whole live, but I want to stop by and say congratulations on 1K sub for Christmas. I need to get it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the support. You were there from the beginning, brother. Zach said, let's start looking at draft prospects, boys. Zach said he's tired of it. I hope we're not the same team to lose. We better not. If we lose to Detroit, I don't know what to say to that. But we are this type of team to sit there and go on the road and get clapped by them. Us and the Lakers. Let's see, I know Sam for years, grew up golfing together. It was fun to watch that. Oh, for real? Uh-oh, Zach. That personal connection hit different. Like you said, I got flashbacks to Wesley Matthews burning the Jazz every time he played them. Wesley Matthews was a different being when he played in the league, dog. THT's been playing well, though. Yes, another good game. He's stringing it together. I have to make a video about him. I don't know what it's going to be titled, but either he's ready to get traded, or he wants to stay on the Jazz and he wants to vie for that starting point guard spot. George Yang. Did I say it right that time? George Niang or George Yang? Or one of the N silent? Let's see. Totally the team. Jazz can't defend the 3 with zone. Correct. Yeah, the closeout contest struggled too mightily for us to do that. Dad literally gave Sam golf lessons his whole childhood. That's wild. It's a small world for real. I'm happy for you, Zach. Trying to get like you one day in my way. Really wanted Sexton to go off. Yeah. He didn't have a bad game. He literally almost shot exactly the way he did the previous game, as a matter of fact. But the previous game, he was 3 of 7 from 3. This time, he was 3 of 6 from 3. He had 20 points. 3 boards, 2 assists. Yeah. He did have a lot of personal fouls, though. He had 5. Definitely not sexy. Definitely not ideal. But it's Colin Sexton we're talking about, so we expect better from him. Always thought it was dumb. It's like the name be that. Yeah. Can't wait for the trade deadline. We're gonna be the team in every trade. I'm not friends with him. Calm down. I just grew up in the same area. So, well, I did not necessarily like meat riding, but just being able to say that you knew and were in close proximity to an individual, kind of like being born. If somebody was born in the same town and lived like a couple houses down from LeBron James, but they didn't talk. Still, you were in the area of LeBron James. Like you got to experience life around that person when they were peak for their area. I guess I would say. Zay, you said Scott Foster was on some in the 4th. You would have thought we had Chris Paul. Somebody tweeted that out, and I was absolutely dying when I read it. But there was some questionable things that happened, questionable things that didn't happen as far as calls and no calls went. But it's like that with every game, and the Jazz just have to be the most progressive in the minutes that they have and the time that they have. By and large, this game made me feel a lot better about their improvements than a lot of their other games, for the simple fact of the matter being that the Jazz needed a quality win, quality loss, whatever the case may be. They just have they can't keep getting clapped in every road game they play. Lee said, "Gotta hop off. Have a good night, everyone. I'll try and hop on a few." Yes, sir. Get some rest, buddy. And for a lot of people, they're just under the assumption that the Jazz are just absolutely cooked. He said, "Oh, sorry, nice." I'm trying to think. Lee, let's shoot for Friday. Let's shoot for Friday for the collab. Let's aim for Friday. We just gotta work out the time of it. But let's aim for Friday with it. Okay, cool. Want to say at least we are Detroit, but at this point, I'm worried about us facing anyone on the road. Yeah, this at the end of the day, this. How early will you be up on Friday, Lee? Because realistically, I don't have work Thursday night, so I can get up really early and we can knock it out super early. That way, if we need to do, extra takes of any particular clip, we can go ahead and do that or whatever the case may be. Just however you wanted to play it. I mean, I'll be up probably as early as like 7 a.m. Eastern time. So anything beyond 5 a.m. for you is good for me. I'm worried about us facing anyone on the road. Yeah, that it's concerning that the Jazz are so good at home and so poor on the road. This was a good game. Now, obviously, the fourth quarter didn't go the way that we hoped it would have, but by and large, this was one of those games where you can feel comfortable, not comfortable losing it, but you're more happy with this loss than we've been about many of our other losses that we faced, particularly on the road. Like the home losses are a little bit different because we simply play better as a team. Like you have more of a genuine effort across the board. But this kind of thing is just not. You don't want to lose this game basically. If you go into the fourth quarter up one and you're the Utah Jazz against a team that's middle of the road, considering you just beat the Brooklyn Nets, the Cavaliers with no Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland look very beatable, and you want to be able to try and do it. Let's see. You said I can pretty much any time. I usually get up around 6 a.m., 8 a.m. my time. We can aim for 7 or 8 a.m. Mountain time. Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll set an alarm and make sure I'm up. Yeah, we'll make it happen. For sure. Sounds like a plan, brother. He said, I feel like THD had his balls on his hands too much. 1 versus 5. I do see where you're coming from. The only reason why I find it particularly acceptable today, I know I never really ragged on THT as much as I ragged on Jordan Clarkson, but I ragged on him nevertheless. So the important thing is to make sure I give him grace. With subscribers only. Did I mess something up? Only subscribers can watch the stream? That's what I have it on? YouTube is cool. Let me know. What you mean subscribers only? Only subscribers can watch the stream? Did I mess up the settings? Oh, subs only chat. I didn't do it on purpose, but I mean that I'm less. I'll say I'm willing to be less pressed about that. I thought it was a subs only stream. I was like, dang, so like the rest of the world doesn't get to see how awesome we are having fun. That said, where was I? For THT, he had 19, 1 and 10. The 10 assists came with 1 turnover. And the same way I hyped it up for Keontae George, I have to hype it up for Taylor Horton Tucker, especially when he had a box plus minus of +6. He's not always going to have a game like this. In fact, he might rarely have a game like this. But since he did, I need to go ahead and let him know he did a great job today. It's not very often that you run into that situation. Um, let's see. Let's talk about the rebounding. In my opinion, it was terrible. Defense wasn't good either. Correct. Walker only having 5 rebounds was not good. He played 30 minutes. 5 rebounds is unacceptable. Being out rebounded by Jarrett Allen, Isaac Okoro, Wade, and Porter, right? They all had 7, 6, 7, and 8 boards. So that's not cool. That's not good at all. If I'm being quite frank, particularly looking at it from the standpoint of we usually drastically out rebound people, but today we got out rebounded by 6. We only had 38 boards. Now maybe that's a play your 7 thing. I'd be willing to do it. Maybe it's a play Taylor Hendricks thing also for a defensive standpoint. I'd say I'd be willing to. But it's definitely part of the recipe for a disaster. With Sexton, he's a triple efficient threat. Why keep him in the corner pocket the whole game? That's just the action that they tried to run. And credit to Sexton because he doesn't complain for anything. Like when he's dealt a bad hand, when he's set up to run a poor play, he never complains about it, literally whatsoever. He just does the assignment, and if he messes up on the assignment, he owns accountability in the press conference, whatever the case may be afterwards, which is professionalism. I appreciate that, and he doesn't defer. He's willing to own what happens, regardless of the good and the bad. Let's see. Allen and Okoro get a rebound over Markkinen and Kessler. Yeah. Markkinen was fighting though. 26. He was 8 of 18 shooting, right? He was only 3 of 9 from 3, but that's better than what he was before. 7 of 8 for the free throw line, so I'm not super concerned about it. That said, 10 boards. Nice. Went back to his usual 1 assist, but he didn't have any turnovers today, so that was nice as well. Also didn't have any steals or blocks. There was only Kelly Olynyk led the team in blocks with 2, which kind of tells you what kind of game we had. That said, you finally got ad revenue, man. I'm so happy for 1K. Proud of you, gang. Yes, sir. I'm ecstatic. I appreciate all you guys in the chat, by the way. Because definitely couldn't have did it without y'all. Just having from the standpoint of having a stable base of people that you can rely on and just talk to, it keeps things going. And like when I actually ask the question at the end of a video and you guys respond and let me know what you guys let me know you guys' opinions, even if we disagree, right? We can still talk down there, and I enjoy just the back and forth conversations that we can have. And then you guys taking the time out of your evenings when you do have the time and you feel like spending in the chat, just popping in here and watching the live for a little bit, or after the fact, those that do end up watching the whole live, because I realize like I'll look back and it'll be like I might have like 10 or 12 or 15 watch hours, but it's literally from like the same 3, 5, 6 people watching the stream because they missed the stream, and that's just awesome. And it also means I don't have to like I'm interested to see how the AdSense works for me in particular. Now, the thing that I think helps this channel for us and will ultimately allow me to at some point like cover the Jazz full time, go to Jazz games, get videos, that sort of thing, will likely be the fact that we have a lot of people from a lot of our viewers are from overseas in Europeanish. So we have like a lot of people from Finland. We got Italy because of Fontecchio. Like that's really good for the channel because the ads that they end up running. I know everybody doesn't love ads naturally, but even if you skip the ad, I still get it, which is awesome. So don't feel like if the ad comes on screen, oh, if I really want to support Wraith, I have to tough it out and watch it. No, skip the ad, bro. Skip the ad. The ad's just there so that they can say that they threw it out there on my content. Yeah, gonna throw out that little pro tip right there. Don't watch the ad all the way through. You don't have to. It now popping up and me actually getting paid from it is enough for me. I'll see at the end of this month. I'm planning on doing a little mini series. Like a lot of content creators do those videos series where it's like my first month being monetized, what it took for me to get monetized, that sort of thing. I was debating whether I should do it on this channel or if I should do it on my IRL channel and make it about this channel. if that makes sense. Because I don't want to interrupt the flow of the Utah Jazz content, but at the same time, I guess it would kind of make the most sense to put it on here just because it's about literally this channel. But at the same time, I think I might post it on the other one just so that I can keep this content continuous. I think I might do it that way. But yeah, being able to monetize in literally less than like a little less than 6 months, like 5 months, 3 weeks, immaculate, right? Having the fan base and everybody behind me, being able to put the videos out that I do, going in to work on weekends so that I can pay my editor to put clips in the videos. It's great. It's taxing at times, but it's great because if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Now, obviously, we don't love nights like this in particular where the Jazz like look really good and then tank in the fourth quarter. But by and large, the past few games have been significantly better than the ones we saw at the very beginning of the season. That said, back to our regularly scheduled program. We said, oh, it is only subs. Okay. I mean, they should sub anyways. Lee said 1.18K from yesterday to today, by the way. Nice. You can have 1.5K by 4K. You think so? That'd be awesome, actually. Makes people sub, maybe. I don't know. I actually didn't do that on purpose. It might have been a setting because I remember like 2-ish, 3-ish streams ago, I did subs over only just to see it. I'll never do members only, by the way. No, because no, it's enough that somebody would subscribe so that my videos give you a notification, right? And now that I've reached the level that it allows me to get paid from everything, I don't necessarily need to keep pushing the sub. Now, would it be nice to hit like, what is it? You get a plaque at 100K? Is that the only one you get a plaque at? It's 100 in a million? Like, obviously, it would be awesome to hit 100K, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I need 100,000 Utah Jazz fans to subscribe to my page. Like, no, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. As long as everybody watches the videos and they enjoy the content, that's enough for me now because I can actually get money. Now, I don't get all the money, right? I think the split's like 55% me, 45% YouTube, which is insane. They're taxing me and I'm broke. But it's just nice to be able to get the money back in a sense that I'm putting into it eventually. If the Jazz lose tomorrow, trade needs to happen before the year ends. If we lose to the Pistons, I'll stand outside the Delta Center demanding a trade with a pitchfork in hand. Cavs prioritize winning 50-50 balls. Yeah, the Cavaliers are different from the Jazz in the fact that they are an effort team. They, by and large, don't have a great culmination of talent, but they just fight for everything. They dog for everything. They have a lot of, and I guess that kind of that's what Colin Sexton embodies, really. So him going against his former team, like it's cool and all, but it's really a thing of them being like an effort-based team. Whether you are physically outmatched or not, you just go hard. And that's what they did. They showed it today, and it paid dividends in the end. Unfortunately, it costed us in the process. But yeah, no, we should not lose to the Portland Trailblazers. If we lose not the Trailblazers, them either, but it's happened already. So we shouldn't lose to the Pistons. That would genuinely like put me over the top. Clarkson gets traded before the deadline given his efficiency this year, but the earliest is January. So if we trade before the end of the year, it's probably going to make room for minutes for Hendricks. Fair. Definitely fair. Like the stream, everybody? Yep, absolutely. Like the stream. Carpenter's Apprentice. What's up, bro? Probably see you over 1K. So proud of you, man. Keep going. I promise consistent, healthy work-life balance. I know how far you can go. I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. I'm glad to be there. I'm glad to be here. My analytics from yesterday finally, they're populating. They're not completely done loading, but like they started and I was like, oh, I made more than $2.36. Nice. Made me smile. It's nothing crazy, but realistically, my biggest goal in the beginning is going to be, it runs me about $20 every video that I throw to that I send to Sachin So after this, actually, I'm going to record a video about Colin Sexton, and I might do one about THT as well. I'll edit both of them and send them to him. So we might. I know I've been doing more so like if you get a live, if the Jazz have a game and I'm live streaming, I won't post a video that day. I might drop a video tomorrow, anyways, just because I am monetized now, and I've been holding off on the Colin Sexton thing. And if I keep holding off, the metrics are going to keep like growing. So to go ahead and knock that out, get that out of the way. Plus, as soon as I finish it, I'll send it to Sachin. And if we make this stream like an hour-ish, we'll get off. Let's see. Oh, it's only 10 p.m. right now. Dang. And I've been on for about 30 minutes. So 10:30, 10:45-ish, we'll stream till. Yeah. And then I'll go ahead and record that video, send it to him, and it'll be 11 a.m. when he gets it. He'll edit it, have it done, and then he'll send it to me right before he goes to bed, and then I'll upload it when I wake up. So it should, in theory, come up 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in Utah, obviously it'll be noon for you. So if you're just waking up or your day's just getting started, you'll catch the video then. Likewise, if you have any topics or ideas for videos, go ahead and drop those in the chat as well, because I'm always looking for more of those. I know some people wanted me to do an update on Fontecchio, so I definitely will, because that video started out doing crazy slow numbers. And then out of nowhere, it's now my second highest viewed video at 3,000, behind my Is Bol Bol turning into the next KD, which I wish I was monetized for that. 7.8K? I mean, that's probably only like $12, but still, that's good for me. That's good for me. Let's see. Where were we? John Collins and Kelly Olynyk have the worst bounce in the entire NBA. Dudes be falling in somersault and out of bounds every time they jump off. Catch. Freddie, you killed me. I understand what you're saying. I understand. Their level of effort in some senses looks weird because of the way they do things. Sam Merrill looks like an accountant. Like a nice, like, over. That's real. Last pick of the draft, too, in 2020. Interesting. But yeah, the biggest pieces of the puzzle today, obviously Lauri Markkanen leading all scores. Yeah, no, he didn't lead all scores. Sam Merrill did. Haha. Okay. He led all scores by 1 point. But Lauri Markkanen, 8 of 18 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, having 10 boards, 1 assist to go along with his 26 points. Fontecchio, 3 of 7, 2 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 boards, 2 assists to go along with 9 points. Walker, 5 of 8 from the field, missed the 1 3 that he did take, had 5 boards, 2 steals, a block, and 10 points. Colin Sexton, 7 of 17, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block to go along with his 20 points. And then THT, 6 of 13 from the field, missed the 1 3 that he took, 7 of 8 from the free throw line to go along with 1 rebound, 10 assists, 1 steal, and his 19 points. That transitioning into the bench, you're looking at Kelly Olynyk, who was 2 of 3 from the field, missed the only 3 he took, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, had 2 boards, 6 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, and 3 turnovers. He scored 5 points. John Collins was the second biggest box plus minus negative this team had, alongside Ochai, surprisingly. Ochai was negative 17, John Collins was negative 16. He was 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line to go along with 5 rebounds, a steal, a block, and 2 turnovers in his 16 points. Chris Dunn played 16 minutes and made the most of it from a scoring standpoint, being able to string together 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, an assist, and unfortunately 4 turnovers, which is very uncharacteristic of him, but interesting as well. That said, his box plus minus was a negative 10, which is good for 5th on the team. fifth worst, by the way. To go along with his 8 points. Ochai played same as Chris Dunn, 16 minutes, shot the ball one time. It was a 3. It went in. Had 3 rebounds, an assist, a block to go along with this 3 points. He was a negative 17. Chris Dunn was a negative 10. John Collins was a negative 16. Kelly was a negative 14. And Larry Markkinen was a negative 7. That said, Fontecchio, Kessler, Sexton, THT, they were all positives. So 4 out of the 5 starters had positive metrics when they're on the court, regardless of the situation, which is really cool. It's just really cool. That said, giving Jared Allen 8 of 13 from the field, 1 to 2 from the free throw line, 8 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 17 points. Wild. Then you have Allen that plays a first person. What was I saying? He had 17, 8, 3, and 2. Not ideal at all. Porter actually led their team with blocks. He had all their blocks at 3. He was also 2 of 7 from the field, so he needed that defense. 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So necessities all around. 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 to go along with his 3 blocks and 6 points. Got the job done as needed. Max Strus was 6 of 15 from the floor, was 6 of 12 from the 3-point line. So all the shots that he ended up hitting were 3-pointers. He had 4 rebounds, 4 assists to go along with 5 turnovers, which is bad. Good if you're a Utah Jazz fan, though. And 18 points. Now, Okoro, 2 of 7. Allen, 8 of 13. Smooth. Nothing too crazy going on here. Mobley. No Derek Jones. No Imani Bates. No Lucas Salmonich. No Taylor Hendricks. No Year 7. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff. Head out. See y'all later. Yes, sir. Realistically, this stream doesn't have to be that long because I really touched all the key points. I just finished going over everybody's numbers. If y'all really want, since we have a game tomorrow, I can just go ahead and start working on the Colin Sexton video, as a matter of fact. Realistically, yeah. I mean, that's really the only other thing I have to go on tonight. It seems like it's quiet for the chat anyways. I also was having connection problems when I first tried to log on, so I probably missed some people that thought I was going to be live, and then they were like, oh, I guess he's not live today, when in fact I am. But it happens to the best of us. You dig? That said, not 10 and 17, 10 and 18 is not pretty for the Utah Jazz. It just doesn't suit them very well. Max Strus, 6 of 15 from the field, 6 of 12 from the 3-point line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, though. Scored 18 points. That said, the bench really came up positive. They were the positives, the offense. In the overall lineups that were run with the starters, only Okoro had a positive. He was positive 3. George, Tristan, Karras, and Merrill. Smooth. 23 minutes, 6 of 13, 3 of 10 from the 3-point line. Tristan Thompson playing and actually being productive in his minutes pissed me off because he should be an afterthought at this point. But he played 18 minutes to his credit, and he was 5 of 7 from the field. He had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls. He had the second highest box plus minus on the entire team to go along with 10 points. Karis LeVert, 6 of 15 from the field, 4 of 7 from the 3-point line, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. to go along with 3 boards, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 23 points. Then you have Sam Merrill, 9 of 16 from the field, 8 of 14 from the 3 point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal to go along with the 2 turnovers and 27 points, as he has the highest box plus minus thanks to his incredible 3 point shooting this time around, which cannot be understated considering how much he did for the team in really the fourth quarter, just keeping them ahead, keeping them afloat. That said, best player on the court today was undoubtedly Taylor Horton Tucker. 1 less point than Colin, 4 more free throw dance moves, and let's see, only had 1 board defensive rebound, had 10 assists, had a steal, 2 block. The show goes on, man. Oh, Tyson's here. What's up, Tyson? Yeah, I tried to do a soft recap right there, but it seemed like the stream's kind of dead tonight. Everybody's got their own stuff going on, which is good though. Because that lets me work on my videos that are coming down in the future. So instead of having two, personal videos during the week, you can end up with 3 or 4, which will be good. And then I can also decide what I want to do for my other video that's going to go on my main basketball channel. If you haven't subscribed to it yet, I would suggest subscribing to it. It's at The Wraith Hoops, because I didn't switch it to Wraith Hoops just yet. It's The Wraith Hoops. Really smooth. That's the best way to explain it. They really got it all put together. This was a good ballpark test for where you could see yourself if you're the Utah Jazz. Man, oh man, let me see here. Yeah, Max Drew 6 of 12 from 3. Sam Merrill 8 of 14 is insane. Admittedly, let me see Lowry's shooting splits on the season so far. And while Colin didn't play his best game, it still warrants me to keep a look on it. Um, mm, this has been an interesting sample size of games this season. And it's only a matter of time before a trade really shakes things up. That said, I'm glad that you seem to have many things that you needed to have in order. Obviously, let's see. They lost to the Kings by 21. Not ideal. Losing to 8 against Cleveland is a manageable game. That's a game that you're in the entire time. Where you say pull off the trade for Siakam, John Collins, and Kelly Olynyk. Yeah, it's just different, if you will. Mhm. Any other thoughts before I hop off and get back to recording, guys? Just let me know real quick. If not, and if all minds are clear, then, you know, I wish y'all a happy evening. We didn't get the outcome that we wanted, but today's game was overall, by and large, much cleaner than the ones that we've seen on the road in the past, even though it still did count in the negative. Zach, I cannot do a cartwheel. Too big. Um, Even if they do have like their negative moments, it's still good to see the progress in those moments to where they're almost out of the hole that they were dug into, which is something that I appreciate even now. He said, "Fine, we'll take a handstand instead as always." Oh, Zach, I wish I could do. I wish I was like super talented. Like if I could, uh, somebody was down there. Yeah, it was calm today. Kickflip, you got a skateboard on? I do not have a skateboard. I used to wear Vans all the time in college, and everybody thought I was a skater dude, and I wasn't. I was just a random black guy that wore skater jeans. Mini basketball hoop. Let's do something exciting. I gotta buy one actually. Speaking of which, those things used to go crazy, especially if you had a sibling and you put them under the rim. Maximum frustration release right there. Boom. Hey, Key. Gallon of milk challenge live. Yo, I would throw up ever. I can't stand milk alone. Hot take. Hot take. Milk is no. Milk is a no no. Water, yes. I'm coming around to sweet tea. I'm not quite there yet. Most sodas, fire. But by and large, you said what's some? You drink milk like twice a day? It be hitting for you. You don't drink milk when you're thirsty, huh? You just have it with a meal, Zach. I feel like you just have it with a meal, which is perfectly fine, by the way. For taste, yeah, yeah. See, yeah, yeah. I just can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. Water for hydration. Yeah. And protein shakes need milk. Water sucks them. Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. Just like hot cocoa. Hot cocoa is not that hard. Yeah, we had a mellow little stream. I wonder if more people will tune into this VOD because it's shorter than an hour. But I don't know. What would I know about it? Probably nothing realistically. Um, that said, it's all good vibes. It's all good vibes. Um, if all hearts and minds are clear, I appreciate you boys tuning in. Tomorrow, expect the video about Colin Sexton the day after. In the coming days, expect another video about Fontecchio and another video about THT. Those are going to be the big hitters. And then you said, bro, you look like you're about to fall asleep. You can go get some rest. Freddie, you weren't supposed to catch me zoning out, bro. You weren't supposed to catch me zoning out, dog. Yeah. You weren't supposed to catch me zoning out. I was feeling it coming on too. But no, I'm gonna record this video. I'm gonna edit it, and then I'm gonna knock out. I promise. I'll be down. Will I be down before midnight? I don't know if I'll be down before midnight Eastern time, but I shall attempt. You'll know. But with that being said, thanks for tuning into the live stream. As always, boys, the Jazz didn't end up getting the W like we wanted them to, but they played significantly better on the road than they typically tend to. We saw some good numbers overall shooting. Some people just didn't get the thing going. There was some defensive things that need to callous up, allow too many three-pointers to people that shouldn't be draining three-pointers on us. But with that being said, the Jazz will get better progressively, even if they do end up in the lottery pick realm. I would not hate it, but we're aiming for the play-in right now, so we'll keep our expectations in the sky. With that being said, go ahead and like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, turn on post notifications if you haven't done that already, and become a member so you can get the videos faster than anybody else does. With that being said, good morning, good evening, good night, no matter where you're on the globe watching. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.